Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you in another video. Alright, so this one will be a therapy session since I did some NBA stuff earlier. I figured I'd fill out the balance of the whole situation. So, what's going on? Well, right now, killing time because they told us that we have to kind of be out of the unit while the inspector, after he sprays, whether. So I was there to watch him spray, and everything went smooth there. And then after that, I decided to just go out to Target, as I'm always willing to do. I tried something else this time instead of my regular milk type chicken thing. I'm gonna miss it for sure, but it's time to stop, man. It made me pretty sick these last couple of days, so I figured I'd try something else. I tried egg salad, even though my body doesn't really love eggs either. At least I know it's not gonna cause some of the same problems. I just didn't want I didn't want the bland aspect of my meal, man, because it can be a little bland eating rice, romaine salad, apple slices, and turkey meat. There's no seasoning on my rice at all, so that kind of gives me like the whole seasoning, having that little cranberry chicken salad type of thing. It's really good, but it's really bad for me. So enough. I knew I shouldn't have continued to buy it after I knew it wasn't any good for me, but what I didn't realize is that it had milk on there. I sat there and made sure it didn't have any milk in this particular egg salad, so fingers crossed for that. So I'm walking back to the unit right now. I'm gonna drop all this off in the fridge, and my intention is to go down and get my bread as well, because believe it or not, I already ran out of bread. Well, no, I haven't actually ran out, but I'm going to very soon. So that's my intention, is to just go to my little Armenian store and get that as well. But also waiting on the lady to call me for the therapy session. That can happen at any moment now, so be prepared for me to abruptly end this video if she happens to call. We were scheduled for 1, it's 1:30, so I know it can be a little loose in regards to the time, with her. She made it clear to me that it could be anywhere in the day. If we schedule it for 1, it could be at 11, it could be at 10. Just look out for a block call. So that's what we'll do. I called Babcock and Associates. Let them know that I need my phone. I need my package. I know y'all are not obligated to do anything for me at this point. I didn't say all this, but I'm gonna keep hounding them, because at the end of the day, that is an important package, and it is time of the essence type of situation. I want my phone. I want my phone now, so I ain't got to pay T-Mobile $100-something to keep this thing on the 30th, which is 2 days from now. So hopefully I can get out from under them and then pay them on my leisure. I don't know that they're gonna let me leave them anyway until you pay them, because I think that's a thing that they do. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make it affordable for myself, so I ain't got to spend too much money on that crap. Honestly, because this phone is far too expensive, and it's far outdated for me to be this expensive. And that's really the end of the story. So of course there's always a snag in me trying to leave T-Mobile, always. And all of that's documented on this channel, of course. So yeah, that's the situation. Trying my very best to stay above water. At least this inspection process is done. That's one less thing that has to be concerned with. I have to be concerned with. But now I got to figure out how to get to the other side of town to get my phone. So hopefully they have delivered it there. Hopefully ain't nobody snatch it up, or what have you. So this is just a irritation of the circumstances that's meant to basically continue to make me stressed out, I'd imagine. Enemy's always trying to stress me out with something. I just keep pushing forward in God. But yeah, man, other than that, it's not a whole lot to dislike. Glad basketball is back, giving us content to talk about. I'm still trying to get in the swing of things with basketball. A lot of these names that I knew off the top of my head about 4 months ago, and I forgot all about these guys' names. So that's kind of gotten in the way of what it is I want to do basketball-wise. I got to get re-familiar with who it is I'm talking about specifically. I know where they're at. I know what they do. Their names, these rookies, man, some of these dudes, I knew all y'all names when I was doing the mock draft. I knew all y'all names when we were studying, but now, that's all I've been going through. The last thing I've really been thinking about is y'all, and that's just what it is. But getting back in the swing of things with this Dame trade, it's really helped kind of get my mind back in basketball mode, and it's that right on time for that. So that's really what's going on, man. I feel a lot better than I did last week around this time. Last week around this time, it was a whole lot of stress on a day like this. In fact, I was out trying to run around downtown with my stuff underneath their staircase over here at the hotel, because they wouldn't let me check in, and I had nowhere to put my stuff. So the type of faith that I needed to rely upon that day, I can just be so thankful that the Lord got me through that. And I've been doing a lot more praying, a lot more faithful energy has been applied since that type of proof has been shown to me. Once again, I ain't got to really question whether or not the Lord is on my side. I've been great on this side of town as far as keeping my spirit intact, not doing anything he would otherwise not like. Really, I think this is about the longest stretch I've done without doing anything that I would consider to be sinning or anything like that. So it's getting easier by the day to follow the Lord. It really is. The more he continues to bless me in these circumstances, the more I continue to apply that faith in response to that proof. And now it's just about trying to get through these times and training myself to turn to him in the morning before I go to my phone, which is something I was telling my friend Kay. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, turn over fresh out of bed, and immediately look in my phone. Now I'm turning over fresh out of bed, immediately touching in with the Spirit, thanking him for waking me up. And it's going to give me more of a better start to my day. A lot of those energies that I was engaging in that wasn't positive, I think that was part of what was missing. You got to start your day off right. You got to put that armor of God around you fresh out of bed, especially since I've been having attacks in my dreams and stuff like that. It's like, nah, let's train ourselves. It ain't just about believing in God. It's about working him into your habits. You know, because the enemy will nestle himself right in between that. If you don't go to God like you know you should, get your prayers in early in the morning, get your thankfulness in early in the morning, check with God, see what he's feeling, check the temperature, so to speak. It ain't enough to just know God. You got to work him into the equation too. And that's part of what I'm learning. And so that's what I'm trying to do. More praying, less worrying, more praying, less thinking. A lot of thinking, measuring things out. How much time do I have? What's going to happen? If he gives me the thumbs up, I know things are going to be okay, because he's been proven every time he gives me that thumbs up, everything is okay. And when there's time for something not to be okay, he'll let me know that too. So you trust that Spirit, you work that into your equation. You already have the faith, you already have the belief. You work that into your habits, and you will not be on the wrong path no matter what the enemy's throwing at you. And so that's what I'm learning. That's what's working for my walk. And I believe it'll work for most people too. I really believe that, if not all. So that's where I'm at with that. Just trying to keep my head above water. Obviously paying attention to what, is going on with AMC and stuff like that. I keep a glance at it, but not too much. At the end of the day, it's two things. Either it's going up or it's stuck. And so that's really what it comes down to. It hasn't gone up, so that means we continue to hold, period. All the other stuff is noise. Whether or not we're getting a dividend because of the stock split, who cares, man? I don't care. Whether or not Adam Aaron is to be trusted, of course not. No, none of these people are to be trusted. But you trust is yourself. That you're holding your shares for a reason, you know why you're doing it. That's it. That's all Abe needs to be worried about. Everything else is noise. And so we knew that from the beginning, and a lot of times we get caught up in that noise just because of the day-to-day of wanting it to move and it isn't moving, or being upset at it going down in value and all that. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. Only thing that matters is that you have something upon that day when it pops off. That's it. That's literally it. As long as you got what you got, you know why you hold, and you know what the truth is about what it is you hold, and you've prayed about it, which I have numerous times, it ain't nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? Lord already told me he has plans for that movement. He has plans for that stock. He has plans for the whole thing. So it's like, either I'm going to choose to believe that or not. And with all the other stuff that he's been proving me in that same vein, why would I choose this particular subject not to trust? Not me. He already told me what he's going to do. Not when, but that he has plans. And that's good enough for me. So I keep holding. That's it. So that's what I think it really comes down to for us apes. If y'all really want to know the mentality of the ape, that's pretty much it. Everything else is noise. Movement, how the company's doing, FUD, anything, everything is noise. Doesn't matter. Are they still in your account? Yes. Have they gone up yet? No. Hold on to them. That's it. The end. And if you have that mentality in regards to what we're doing, it doesn't matter about anything else at all. And the longer I stay in this play, the more that becomes true. And you stop wondering when it's going to happen, and you just make sure you have it when it does happen. That's it. So that's what we're doing, man. God done brought me this far. I done been down to the bottom of the pits and still had my shares. That tells you how serious I am about what I'm doing. My uncle told me that he thinks it's an idol in my life. It's not. You know why? because I have prayed about it. That's the thing. See, it can only be an idol in your life when you don't allow Lord in. When you don't let him into what it is you're doing, yes, it's an idol in your life. But when you pray about it daily, and you've prayed about it daily through the struggles and all of that, and he keeps on giving you an opportunity throughout the circumstances to keep what it is that you have, then you understand he's a part of it. Now, maybe I can be looking at it the wrong way, one way or another, but the prayers are not. That spirit is not. So, no, I don't believe it's an idol in my life anymore. No, it's just something I'm doing in obedience to the Lord. He told me to hold, I'm holding. Yeah. That's where I'm at with that. So, you know, things have gotten a lot better in regards to my mentality about my circumstances. Obviously, last week I was in the lowest pit I had probably been in since my mother had passed, if not lower than that in some ways. And just like everything else, the Lord brought me out of it. Simply put, I'm still here, which means there's more to do and less to fear. You understand what I'm saying? That's really what it comes down to. I notice in my natural mind, meaning when I'm not smoking weed, I rhyme a lot. Naturally. And I know I'm a natural poet, but it does get to a point where it's like, all right. But that's how communication comes to me these days. It's natural. Grew up on hip hop for my whole life and stuff like that. Cadence, flow, and all that. Bone Thugs and all of them. Shout out to the Henderson family. Hopefully Crazy's getting healthier, even though they're trying to make us prepare for his death. They don't know what's next. They don't know what's next. You know what I mean? Not when people are praying as hard as I am for the man. That media can try to put you down, start writing your eulogy, but until God says it's time to go, you ain't out of here. So that's one thing I want to say about that particular situation, Crazy Bone. I keep seeing a memorial type energy. Nah, that man ain't gone yet. He ain't gone. And we praying that the Lord keep him strong. So that's really what it comes down to. Real fans like myself who grew up on his music, I'm not really accepting all that. You know, I'm not really, you know, if the Lord wants to take him home, he can take him home. But if the Lord ain't ready to take him home, I'm not really vibing with none of that. And that's not limited to him. That's anybody. We ain't gonna be saying people gone till they gone. You feel me? Till then, this prayer is for their healing. That's it. So, you know, that's where I'm at with it. Pretty excited about the Lakers playing next week, next Saturday. Very excited about that actually, because I'm really excited about my team. And just wondering if they're gonna do certain things that are being rumored. Obviously, we're talking about Drew Holiday. It's not a basketball video, so I ain't gonna get into all that. But there's a lot to be said for just being able to make trades, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I started my channel, is because I saw the Lakers were in a position to where their assets weren't as valuable as we were rumored to be. We couldn't actually make trades for guys like we wanted to. And so I dedicated a great deal of my talking to kind of more or less speaking to what it is I believe I understood in regards to that. And since I started, I don't know who followed me, but they've been doing the things that basically I want them to do, aligned with the timing from which this channel's been on. So shout out to all the Laker people who follow me, fans, officials, whoever you are. I hope you guys are able to see the faith that I'm walking in regards to the therapy sessions and stuff like that too, because there's real stuff here that can help us in our daily lives. I believe it ain't just about our professions, it ain't just about our passions. It's about us continuing from day to day to be able to make it through these difficulties that are ultimately in our way. And so yeah, shout out to you. And that's pretty much it. I'm back at the hotel, about a few steps away. I'm gonna go upstairs, drop everything off like I intended to do, and get right back out here, man, because I got more stuff to buy. But I'm gonna take this sweater off. That's for dang sure. It ain't cold at all. It's about 80, 81 degrees. So, you know, that's really what it is, man. Very thankful that the Lord allowed me to get to a much better peaceful mindset than what I was in about 7 days ago. It was hard, man. Very hard. Stuff I don't want to revisit at all. And to be honest with you, I do not want to go to where I came from in regards to Linux to pick up that phone either. I'd rather not, for the same reason. My friend Kay was telling me that too. She was like, I don't really want you going back over there. I don't want you to live in Inglewood no more. Some of the memories is too painful. I was like, I ain't really look at it like that, but I suppose you're right. So hopefully the Lord got a better plan for me. BDF 44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.